Hi, it's your boy DJ Wolf here. Good morning to everybody. Hey, I want to stop and say thanks for listening to my podcast and watching my YouTube videos and everything. Appreciate that. I'm hoping to reestablish my blog talk radio show mainly because of the phone number. That's 347-426-3596. That's 347-426-3596. Hopefully I'll have the show on between now and tomorrow night. Likely, probably no later than Friday, no later than tomorrow night, for certain. Anyway, I wanted to send my heartfelt condolences to the family of rapper Fife from one of my favorite all-time favorite rap groups, Tribe Called Quest. Man, I was really sad. And he was 45. He died from complications from diabetes, and this brother could flow. He could flow like nobody's business, especially when him and his boy Q-Tip teamed up, and they were just like, they were like water and, it was like they were just flowing, man. It was just like the wind and the sun and the sky, man. It was they just gel together pretty well, and it just always kept you going. And like somebody said, he was the street flow of the group in terms of his skills. And, really sad, man. I'm sorry to hear that. But man, because Tribe Called Quest is one of my favorite rap groups anyway. As a matter of fact, it actually is my favorite rap ensemble. I mean, Wu-Tang and my boys too, but I'm a huge fan of Tribe. I was listening to Tribe for many, many years. Anyway, let me move on. Lately, there's been an attack on several popular YouTubers, and it was an attack on it was actually I had a video flag that I posted about Donald Trump being supported by the KKK. Was flagged down by the Young Turks. I actually removed it since then, and that's fine, But I've already said what I had to say about Donald Trump anyway. I plan on posting more videos on YouTube anyway. Since I found out, as long as I'm commenting on the videos, I'm good. So I will be posting more. I'm going to do more on YouTube. I just haven't really put in the quality time I usually do, but because the next month or so is going to be really busy for me. Next 2 months anyway. But nevertheless, I also want to talk about Miss Thing. Jan Hubert. I was just watching 2 videos this morning from 2 of my favorite video bloggers, which is Lovely T and Advice Show, and of course Jan Hubert winning on both of them, really for virtually no reason, because they were in support of her, and all of a sudden she goes in on them, like like they were just wrong, and Jan Hubert, you know what? Really, you just need to shut the F up, for real. Honestly. You have a leg to stand on. You're the least successful of all the actors that have ever been on The Fresh Prince. Let's be real. Everybody, the entire cast of The Fresh Prince except you, went on to bigger success. The entire cast except you went on to bigger success. They ain't sit around moaning about, oh, well, Will Smith need to talk to the producers about getting us more money. Why does he have to, like I said before in the previous podcast/video, why the fuck does anybody gotta speak for you about you getting a bigger salary? It was never for Will Smith to do. Will Smith was just starting out. You had already been a theatrical actress for some time, as far as I know. You've been in the business for a while. He hadn't. He hadn't had that kind of pull in Hollywood yet to even be able to speak out for you for more money. And you want more money, you go speak up for your own damn self. You don't need him speaking up for you. You was a grown ass woman then. Even though he was just, for lack of a better word, kind of a kid. So why did you speak up for your own damn self about money? I'm like, to me, when I heard it, I was like, she's effing ridiculous. I knew about the story for, I knew about the story for many years, but, it finally came up to light, and she finally aired it out. But, she's really a hater. She's somebody who never got a career together, never had a career together, and all of a sudden, she wants to be in the spotlight again by dabbing out YouTube people for telling the truth on her ass. Including myself. I'm surprised she didn't say anything to me. But I'll tell you, she say anything to me, oh, I got something for her ass. Verbally anyway. I got something for her verbally. So, you don't want to go there with me. Viv. One, you definitely don't want to go there. Because after all, Fresh Prince will put your name on the map. Let's be real. And you got them all, well, Will Smith should have spoken for me for more money. No, you speaking for your damn self. I'm sure Will Smith was fine with what he was getting. He was speaking for you. What is it, a plantation? Shit. I'm speaking for your ass. Shit. That's like me telling a coworker, oh, what'd you talk to the manager about giving me more money? That's so fucking stupid. Open your own damn mouth. You want some more money? Go ask for it. Why it's got to be anybody else's responsibility to ask for more money for you? You're just effing silly to me. Totally silly. Makes no daggone sense. Boy, I tell you, there's always something with people. Always something. But I heard about 2 other deaths. I mean, like, wow. I mean, besides Fife. First I heard about my man Ken Howard from the White Shadow died. He was 71, but I ain't gonna lie. Ken Howard was for 71. I mean, because I thought he was over there. I thought Ken Howard was at least in his late 70s or 80s. And they said he was 71. I said, man, he was an old looking dude. He was old for a long time, man. Well, that's another story. And he just passed away. And then I heard Joe Garagiola, dude who I grew up with. Well, I go way back. He was a legendary baseball player. I don't remember if he played for the Yankees or Mets. I know he played for one of the New York teams, I believe, and I don't forget which one. But I know he was a famous baseball player too prior to him becoming a sportscaster. Legendary sportscaster. He passed away too. He was 90. But I grew up watching Joe Garagiola when I was a little kid. We used to watch him on TV all the time. Yeah. He was a beast of a sports commentator, a broadcaster. One of the best. Like, wow. But that's about it. Right now, I'm working to improve my podcast show. Like I said, I want to try to get the Blog Talk Radio Show back up. So I have you guys call in live. Still gonna be using Spreaker, but I'm gonna modify so I have work my blog, and I may also get Skype, but I'm really debating on it. I could go with Skype, and I may try to do a test run on that. I'm trying to decide because I don't really need 2 radio shows, but I prefer Blog Talk because Blog Talk is as widely known as anybody else, and I still filter it through Spreaker. So we'll see. But in any case, any questions or comments can be reached at foralltohere@gmail.com. I'm also at For All To Hear on Twitter, and of course, my YouTube page is For All To Hear TV. All right, guys, got more still on the back burner. Spring is here. It's going to be a busy next few months because I got a lot to do. But in any case, talk to you later.